All right, dial us up at 1-800-955-5635. We're off to a good start, Miss Norris. What's your story?
These young men are leaving their families in Hunters Point, Potrero Hill, and the Fillmore, and they're going away to college. 3 of the 6 had serious problems as students and were actually thrown out of school before the Omega Boys Club brought them around and worked with them to develop their interest in school and improve their grades.
Anything I want to do, I got the opportunity now. I ain't got to stay on the streets and, and go to jail. And because I used to be all in the bad things, now I'm in the good things. A lot of people used to put me down, but now, I'm on the right track and I'm going to college and I'm going to be somebody.
Every single one of them volunteers something about you. Jack does this, or Jack's my friend, or I can trust Jack, or Jack talked to my parents. They really believe in you.
I believe in them. It's a mutual arrangement. Joe and I believe in them. They believe in us. We're reaching out. We're family. It's a sense of commitment, a sense of caring. It's real, that's all.
So Joe and Jack and the people at Potrero Hill Neighborhood House opened a regular Tuesday night study hall with volunteer tutors.
What we do around here all the time is that we check people and we challenge them. But we try to leave their dignity intact when we do it.
I think Tuesday night showed that the youth have a safe place to come. Safety is an issue, respect is an issue, consistency. It was like a family. It was a surrogate family that most of our kids don't have nowadays, and it emulated a structure of community and a sense of belonging that, all of us need as human beings.
I want you to tell me one thing that you got put in a position to do something where you didn't want to do it, and you didn't have a choice.
They've managed to create a sense of family. And that is a success factor for me. I want to take that home. That to me is important. Really. I saw that last night. It was brilliant.
Didn't you just leave the theater screaming, "We've got to do something"? This is a terrible thing to say, Maxine, but I am almost convinced that as a society, we would rather let those young men die than do something to save them. But now we can't say that we don't know how to save them, or we don't have a successful model we can emulate. The success of the Omega Boys Club demonstrates that it's not necessarily they who have given up on us, but we who have given up on them. The ball is in our court. Service, anyone?
Acting as Omega's advocate for youth in lockup, Jacqua works an average of 60 hours a week at Juvenile Hall.
3 meetings a week at Juvenile Hall. They're Omega meetings run by myself, and we do bring in some outside peer counselors.
Opportunity is here, y'all. And he only come that's just a once in a lifetime chance you get. So what you finna do when opportunity come to your door?
Difference between now and 25 years ago, I think it's important. There are 3 things, really. The lack of employment opportunities for black men. Number 2, the proliferation of weapons on these streets, these illegal weapons of war that are on our streets in our country. And number 3, crack cocaine.
I seen Marshall and them on Oprah Winfrey. He was sitting there with these brothers with the PhDs.
I was proud of that, man, because now I know that I can speak out in front of anybody.
The training has been right in your face.
You can't kill an enemy. It's a flawed premise. The only way it stops is somebody says, let it go. Let it go.
It is my commitment to help train others within our church community, as well as to spread the Omega model, the Alive and Free model, to this larger community.
Listening, like a radio show that tries to reach the toughest of the gangbangers from its studio across the bay in San Francisco.
Even when it seems so hopeless, I gotta keep my focus. I'm glad to be alive and free, yeah.
All right, spoken word 2012.
What if them shooters that envied my daddy so much didn't hit the block, aiming to do nothing but kill? Use a brother blood to paint a mirror on the mainstream ground, and my daddy blood was the richest, so I guess he had to go.
Man, I'm all about change, trying to free the minds of slaves by unlocking these chains. And I'm just a young man on a journey to find truth. So I do this for you. I put my life on the line. Tupac sparked that brain to change the world, and that's all in due time. Thank you.
And no matter how much iniquity they pump in our blood, we remain, kissing success on the wings of our stress. You see, Mr. Black Killer, new seeds truly begin with us.
Just a snippet of the gifts that were shared tonight. Words with feeling and stories with power and might. Yes, what comes from the heart reaches the heart. And street soldiers want you to see. You can use your gifts to deal with your anger, fear, and pain. And please, stay alive and free. This is Lady Estelle asking you to consider all of this.
It's the same everywhere. It's Seattle, it's Los Angeles, it's Cape Town, South Africa, which is why what we do right here at headquarters, we can take anywhere and give it to anybody, because if violence is the same, then the cure. The cure is the same.
You know what I told Mr. Marshall? I'm going to tell you what I told him. I said, if he didn't exist, I would invent him and create him. That's what I told him. Please give me the opportunity to take what I know and give it back to you because I owe, because that's what Martin Luther King Jr. would want me to do. And so when I leave and go out of here, I'm going to know I did something based on the more I know, the more I owe. And so I want to spend the rest of my years with Mr. Marshall. Payback. This is Clarence Jones' payback time. Do I have a witness?